have two guys that played for Stan Van Gundy, and I know they love him with a lot in their heart. Ian, Stan, what are we expecting from the game? And I'm also going to need some stories about D. Wade and Shaq.
Don't do it, Coach. Adam, we are here early, so you're getting unique insight. There is a little rehearsal going on behind us. Stan will be joining in after we're done with this hit. We know that 19 games remaining. The Clippers have very high expectations of what this season is all about. Championship-level expectations for L.A. What has made this team so potent? It's a combination. You've got the dynamic starting duo of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. You've got the super bench duo, although Lou Williams, question mark tonight with a calf injury, Montrezl Harrell having the best year of his career. And then the depth and versatility changes made late in the season to bring in more talent. Stan, this team is stacked.
Well, they are. Look, the early returns with their whole group, they've played 7 games. They're 6-1 against a very tough schedule. They're in the top 5 of in the league at both ends of the floor. Okay, they're the deepest, most versatile team in the NBA. But the advantage teams like the Lakers and the Bucks have is they've been together all year, while this team's got a third of the season for Doc Rivers to pull it all together.
And that's really the main question now with L.A. It's great to have depth. Regular season depth helps you get through an 82-game schedule. You get to the playoffs, things change, rotations change. Is this what Doc Rivers and his coaching staff has to focus in on and figuring out who fits with who once you get to the postseason?
Yeah, that's going to be a big challenge, and he needs some time to figure it out. But we've already seen the roles of Lou Williams and Landry Shamet decline quite a bit. Lou Williams down about 7 points a game since the trades, even though all of his percentages are up because he's getting fewer shots. And Landry Shamet has really taken a decreased role. He's down to about 14 minutes a game over the last 4 games.
All right, let's talk about this Golden State team. Obviously, this is not what they've grown accustomed to here in the Bay Area. 5 straight appearances in the NBA Finals, and this is the kind of year that it's been. 33 different starting lineups. That's the most in the NBA. 7 rookies on the roster, and they rely on those rookies. 29 points per game between them. The games missed due to injury and illness. Look, we understand what this season is. It's about evaluating talent for the Golden State Warriors. They have some players that certainly have proven they belong in the NBA. The question for those players moving forward, will they be rotation players for this Warrior squad?
Yeah, and the best way to find that out for the Warriors is to get at least 12 or 15 games with Curry, Wiggins, and Draymond Green all out there, 3 of what will be their core 4, and see how these other guys fit in.
And the other guys that you're alluding to, Eric Pascal, Damian Lee, and Marcus Chris, these are players that have been given an opportunity.
Yeah, and I think Eric Pascal has shown that he can be a bench scorer, maybe lead the second unit next year offensively. Damian Lee is a solid guy who shoots it and rebounds very well for a guard. And Marquise Chris is a smaller version of what they had when they had JaVale McGee, a guy who can pick and roll to the rim, catch lobs, dunk the ball, get on the offensive boards, block some shots.
Adam, third meeting of the season for these two teams. Right now, the Clippers 2-0 against the Warriors. Really enjoyed the way you guys opened your show. We do not have a smoke machine in the budget here on site.
That's a missed opportunity, D. Wade.
Yeah, it is. Huge.
It really is. And I would have liked to have danced out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we
Stan loves to dance.
Come on, Coach.
Yeah.
You could just stand up, Stan. It's
No,
You could do a little moonwalk
it
in.
wouldn't be enough. I deserve more than that.
true. True. What do you got for him?
All right, Stan Van, I got a question for you. So, obviously, since you haven't been in a head coaching position, you look a little relaxed. And we all know that as a head coach, you deal with a lot of misery. And, well, I don't know if a lot of people know that head coaches deal with a lot of misery when they really care. But who really deals with it is their wife. So, question about Kim. How is Kim doing in your retirement? How much does she love having her loving husband around?
Well, let's say this. She's doing very well, but I'm not sure it's because she enjoys having me around, D. I'm not really sure that's the case. I think she likes it when I head out on these trips for a couple of days. I think your wife can probably relate to that.
Hey, Coach, I'm going to try to bring it back to basketball. You know, I got to bring the set back every now and again. But the Clippers, we watched them this past weekend when they played the Lakers. I saw Kawhi maybe defer to Paul George because he had it going early on. Do you see that being a problem down the stretch? Do you see them kind of figuring that out? It just seems like they're deferring to each other a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think what that team needs is more and more games together, Candace. I mean, that's their only real problem right now. I think they fit fine. I think they've got enough talent, but they need time to play together, and they really haven't had it enough this year. If they can stay relatively healthy the rest of the way, I think we're going to see a very, very good Clippers team headed into the playoffs.
Coach Shaq here. As you watch the Clippers play, does Montrezl Harrell remind you of a young Udonis Haslem, the way he plays the game?
You know, that's really a great point, Shaq. I think in terms of his intensity, the way he brings it at both ends, the way he steps up and takes charges and does all the little things, yeah. But where Udonis became a better shooter as time went on, I think Harrell's gone the other way, and it's helped him. You know, he came into the league as a four-man, and he kept trying to work on that shot. As the league's gotten smaller, and he moved to the 5 spot and just does everything in the paint, he's become a better player.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And again, Stan, if you want to just take a few steps back, looks like the Warriors dancers need a little Van Gundy.
Bring in the smoke machine.
Well, look, they had my age group out there dancing before, and I couldn't have even kept up with them. So
Yeah, we're just going to enjoy Stan and the Stanettes here for the rest of the
Beautiful.
time. Yeah.
Ian, Stan, you guys are awesome. Enjoy the game. That game tips off at 10:30. They'll be joined by Jared Greenberg. Ooh. First up, though.
I should have talked to Stan about the touch. Stan, I needed more touches back in the day.
What? You got all the we talking about floppy hours, all you.
I needed a few more touches, Stan.
Yeah. Auto Trader pregame show. All right.
Oh, you looking good, Candace.
I will say
Back out.
the maroon velour.
Stop messing the picture up.
You messing up. Okay.
Oh, amazing. Almost as picture perfect as our slate tonight.
That was.
I like that.
Thank you.
You liked it.
Yeah, it was nice.
We are going to have Mavericks Spurs. Luka Doncic has played the Spurs 3 times this year, 3 triple doubles. We're going for number 4. And a little bit later, the Clippers are going to try and take out all that frustration from the weekend and the Lakers game on Golden State. But what we saw this weekend, we have to start off with. Friday, the Lakers, they face the Bucks. They win by 10. Sunday, they face the Clippers. They win by 9. These were the 3 teams that we talked about all year long. Clippers, Lakers, and Bucks, and Lakers beat 2 of them, and LeBron was phenomenal in both. It's changed the conversation completely. Candace, are the Lakers, in your mind, far and away the best team in the NBA right now?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
I do believe that we asked that question before we went into this weekend about how we were going to learn a lot about the Lakers after this weekend, and I think we did. I mean, for them to beat Clippers, obviously then come in and beat the 2 hottest teams at that point in time, and LeBron to do it in the manner he did. He did not take a shot in the 3rd quarter, and he affected the game in multiple ways. He showed trust in his teammates. The Lakers are the hottest team on the block right now.
You agree?
I do agree, and I like what they did versus Milwaukee. They're saying, okay, Giannis, you the man, guard me there. And AD went at him, LeBron went at him. You know, they made him play defense. You know, usually with a guy like Greek Freak, most of the time he's just playing offense.
Right.
And he's coming from the weak side playing defense. But they're saying, okay, you're the man. Everybody clear out, come get this work. And they took it to him. And, you know, the Clippers, you know, they started off kind of slow, but they picked it up. So they really had 2 great, fabulous home games. I would be more impressed if they did it on the road because we all know playing at home, family's there, your boys there, the crowd's there. They did well, so I do agree with Candace. They are the best team in the NBA, but I'd have been more impressed if
Shaq,
they
are
did
you
it on
crying?
the road. Yes, I'm always crying.
He was passionate.
That is
bro.
unemotional. That
He was
is
passionate about his
that
Lakers,
is called when
bro.
you're dancing.
Passionate about his Lakers,
You
man.
saw that, right? I'm crying.
You know LeBron very well. And the conversation about MVP has changed too, where it seemed like it was runaway Giannis, and now every show I turn on, is it LeBron? Is it Giannis? D-Wade, do you think LeBron really wants this MVP? And what do you think? Do we have enough time for him to take it down the stretch?
Well, being in the arena, I was there against Milwaukee Friday, and it was a different king that showed up.
Okay.
You know, when you're 17 years in, not every regular season game is going to give you that oomph that you need. And I seen the look on his face. You could tell by the energy, the body language, that this game mattered because when he